sure some of you guys have seen this in your inboxes. Design Won't Save the World. Maybe you laughed, maybe you cried. It's a Frank Chimero poster who is a graphic designer, and this is his kind of critique of design. But I'm here to refute that tonight. I think design can save the world. And dressed here in all black, like a designer should be, here to talk about that. So this is the first project I want to show you of my world-saving work. It's a pair of sunglasses for Zycar. They're a Kansas City company. They make cigar cutters, men's accessories, things like that. Notice this is aluminum, polycarbonate, it's got little screws, you can take it apart, the whole thing's recyclable. But it's also made to last, so you can pass that on to your grandkids and whatnot. The problem is, sunglasses are not a major source of landfill debris. Also, I've seen my grandpa's sunglasses and I don't know where I'm not. And it never went into production, so I guess that one is not going to save the world. But I've got another project that's even better. I did this for Zebco. This is they're a fishing company. They make reels and rods and all sorts of stuff. So they want to do more stuff for kids. Broke up the colored pencils, got in touch with my inner child. Decided, I'm going to draw something that would be really cool for like a kid, Something that's not Barbie or G.I. Joe or He-Man. For those of you who remember He-Man, yeah, that one's gone. So I came up with something where you can cast it and figure out how far you've cast and see how many times you can cast it that distance and how quickly. Again, didn't go into production. It was a little too costly, a little too whatever, but I thought, man, it'd be so great because kids would be out spending time with their families, their grandparents, and they'd be getting all this great time. But, again, it's good that it didn't go production because you just end up shirtless, waist deep in water, sunburn, your mouth in the hand in the mouth of a strange fish. Probably not saving the world. That's okay, I've got another project. It's going to be way better. Don't worry. Just enjoy that for a little bit. This is the most socially aware project I've ever done. I did this because I wanted to show the various different ribbons and the causes they represent. Now, for this exhibit, there was a wall with all the ribbons and the things they can represent, but I wanted to make people aware that there are causes that they should be aware of. This I did for an animal hospital. And I worked with a couple other people on it. It was really awesome. So if you go to this animal hospital, you can know that your vet's been in this very bathroom where they keep their tissue paper in a giant 6-foot-tall fire hydrant cabinet. And that when he goes to save your dog from a tennis ball, or save your cat that fell in the well, he can totally put the paddles on, yell clear, and everything's going to be all right. And that's saving the world, isn't it? I mean, is that a stretch? I don't know. That's okay. You know what? I've got some other projects from other people, and they're going to save the world, because obviously I'm not doing it. So they're going to use wooden electronics to do it. I mean, let's take a semi-obsolete iPod Nano, cover it in wood, something that can't be recycled or reused in any way. It seems like a great idea. I mean, it's natural. What's wrong with natural? It gets better because they did it with a cell phone. I had that cell phone in 1999. I don't know. I would think heirloom design is a good thing, but maybe not for this. I don't know. That's okay, I've got something even better. Even better than this, that really will save the world. That's right. LEED certification. Look at this McMansion. LEED certified. 10,000 square feet of it. Brilliant. That closet, made of bamboo. It's amazing. If you have the checklist, you can save the world. I mean, it comes down to the checklist. That's all you have to have. You have to have the right things. And then you'll have the best building. So look, bamboo, bike rack, etc. That's going to give you the most energy efficient, longest lasting, best performing building you could ever hope for. I mean, right? I mean, it worked for Tom Maine. Okay, a couple of you got that one. Good. Tom Maine, he couldn't get his building certified, even though he did all these other things, but that's okay. The hippo roller is a really cool idea. You can take it, you can roll it down into the water, fill it up with 22 gallons of water, and bring it back. So on the right-hand side, you can see that next to a shipping container. Not a lot of them fit in there. Project H redesigned it, and you still can't fit a lot of them in a shipping container. It's still $100. And when you get down to the water, you're going to find hippos. And what do hippos do in the water? It's not clean, I can tell you that. I learned this from a dairy guy who was investigating bacteria content in milk. Yeah. Bad stuff. So we need clean water for people, not just water. You need not just a lot of it, but you need clean. So the Life Straw, that could save the world because it gets people clean water right on the go. It's just like boiling water, but it's a lot more convenient. But you have to stand in the river. So who wants to get their feet wet? I mean, I don't know, not me. But that's okay. The only other problem is there are bacteria, like these guys. Bacteria, little flukes, little worms. They can get into your skin or into cuts, and they can give you the worst, most awful vomiting, diarrhea, nausea, death, bleeding, whatever you want. You can get that from just standing in water, barefoot, like those people were doing. So I'm not sure, but I think what we're going to have to do as designers, creative people, we're going to really have to roll up our sleeves, at least to number 2, maybe number 3. And you're going to have to really think critically about, what is it I'm doing, and am I really, really helping? I don't know. My sleeves aren't rolled up at all, so. But if this all fails, there's a great list of soup kitchens right here. Just in case. I mean, just in case. You know, we've got one in Lawrence for all the KU students. We've got several here in Kansas City, Missouri, and in KCK. So, something to do, and just in case. There are a lot of other places you can volunteer in Kansas City. This is just a short list. They look like a lot of fun. So, if you can't save the world one way, try another. Thanks.